Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this edition of the www.muspartans.com Spartan Show for the week of January the 5th, 2016. On today's show, we visit with assistant men's soccer coach Corey Brueggeman about his recent trip to Chile. Spartan baseball players Elliott Ford, Tailur, Szarenski, and Knepper stop by the set to look ahead to the 2016 season. And assistant swimming and diving coach Lukas Jachno visits with us about Christmas in his homeland and to talk about this weekend's upcoming home duel against Olivet College. Stay tuned.
Corey, we understand that you were able to go on a trip this prior to Christmas to Chile, actually. So could you tell us a little bit about that and what your group did down there?
Yeah, so I had the opportunity through our church in town, the First Brethren Church, to spend about 11 days in Puputo, Chile. And I was able to go, my wife, and then my brother-in-law.
That's awesome.
The only time that my wife and I were able to do it together, and we had never served together and done missions work together. So we were able to go there, like I said, for 11 days. We left right after Thanksgiving and got back shortly in early December.
Well, that's nice, kind of a little family affair.
Mm-hmm.
Well, also, were you able to do anything soccer-related down there, and is this something you would do on a yearly basis?
Yeah, it was a really rewarding experience. So we went there to help them get established. They're trying to do a ministry through a coffee shop there.
Okay.
And so most of our time was spent working with them on the gazebo that they're going to use for a coffee shop.
Okay.
And another soccer connection is their house that they're renting here in town is rented by some of our soccer guys.
Well, that's awesome.
And some other student athletes. So I was hoping to do some soccer there, and I was able to play a little bit. But the best part, I was able to coach 2 days there through a guy named Parco Quiros, who is a former player, and he's trying to set up basically soccer camps in the community. And it was amazing. So I was able to do it twice. I had a translator both days. The first day I worked with younger kids, I'd say probably like 8 to 12. And the next day I asked to work with the older kids, and they let me work with, I think, probably 13 to about 20. And it was difficult. It was really difficult with the language barrier, but it's still really rewarding.
It's an amazing experience.
Yeah, it's when you get to see them actually do what you're trying to teach them. They had 60 kids at some point with 10 balls, and that's just, we have resources here that they don't.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the hardest thing to see. Is just we have so many opportunities to use different resources and tools. And so yes, to answer your question, I would love to do it annually. And so my wife and I are really just hoping and praying about that we can go back.
That's awesome. Well, I hope you guys get to. That's great, and thank you for joining us.
No problem. Thanks.
It is now time to introduce our first Spartan Show MVP of the week of 2016. This week's honoree is senior women's basketball guard Katie Arterburn. She turned in a single-game career-high 25 points in a win over Earlham College on January the 2nd, as part of a span in which she averaged over 21 points per game. Arterburn and the Spartans return to action this Wednesday night as they take on Franklin College in a 7:30 p.m. tip-off. Congratulations, Katie. Now we're joined on the set by three of our Manchester University baseball players, Knepper, Elliott Ford, and Tailur Szarenski. Gentlemen, you were all named to the Collegiate Baseball News Division 3 preseason watch list. So can each of you tell me a little bit about what that award means to you, or that honor? Sean?
It's pretty cool to be honored and recognized for the accomplishments I've had. Pretty cool to be with these guys too.
Elliott?
It's great to be recognized, and the biggest thing, taking this confidence that we got from this and taking it on to a great upcoming season.
Tailur?
Really, it's just humbling. I couldn't have done any of the things I've done here without my teammates and without the support of those guys and the coaches. So it's really just a team award.
Excellent. So now looking ahead to the beginning of the year, what is one thing that each of you individually wants to accomplish to help keep the run of the Spartan success going in the next few years?
I think in past years we've had good team chemistry. So I mean, building team chemistry with our fellow players would be.
Basically, we're all take our leadership off the field and on the field and show throughout the whole entire season, show the younger guys that, so then once graduation comes, they know how a leadership role is impacted throughout our team, and basically play the game that we know how to play and play it the way that we're taught and have it contribute to a great championship.
Tailur?
I think we're just going to have to go as hard as we can this season and have as much fun as possible, and however the outcome is that's what happens. The only thing we can control is our hard work and our effort. So I think we're going to work as hard as we can to control those things.
All right, well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me, and congratulations on your preseason honor, and good luck in your upcoming season. Can't wait to watch you guys.
Thank you.
Lucas, you made quite a trip home for Christmas this year. Can you tell us what that entailed and what kind of traditions you guys hold over there, or what you guys celebrate compared to here in the U.S.?
Sure, yeah, I went home for Christmas to Czech Republic to see my family, as I do that trip once a year.
Okay.
And the main difference that we have is we celebrate Christmas on the 24th
Oh, really?
instead of 25th.
Okay.
So with that being said, we don't have to wait till the morning to unwrap our presents, which I find very nice.
That's probably nice as a kid, huh?
It is, yeah. The main difference, I believe, is food, as the traditional Czech family would have a fish soup
Okay.
with deep fried carp and potato salad. However, my family is not Czech. We come from Ukraine, so we do have borscht
Okay.
with these pierogi stuffed with mushroom. We have pierogi itself, and then we have fried carp or some other fish and schnitzel,
Okay.
potato salad, and then, you can go for the presents.
Do you prefer that over American food?
I was surprised that, with America being so traditional, there is no traditional meal for Christmas.
Yeah.
That every family has something else that they have. That was a little shocking for me. But yeah, it is nice to have it once a year, maybe twice, but it's not a food that I would typically eat, every day.
America likes to be different. It's okay.
That is true.
So the swimming and diving teams have, they're back in action this Saturday against Olivet. Can you tell us what you and Coach Kroll are looking for the team to achieve at this meet?
Sure. We take this meet mainly as a kind of a test to see where our swimmers are at after Christmas break, and mainly what we can do in a race pace, because you can't really practice. You can practice race pace, however, it's never the same as a race itself.
Especially without having the competition.
Right, especially with that and the adrenaline,
Yeah.
pumping and all that. So we're taking it as a kind of a test to see where we're at in the season, and our main focus still remains with the conference championship that's
Yeah, of
within
course.
a month and a half.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us, and
Thank you for having me. It was a
yeah,
pleasure.
of course.
And that's all we have for this edition of the Spartan Show. Make sure to stay up to date with all Manchester University stats, scores, and news by visiting www.muspartans.com. Thanks for joining us, and a Happy New Year to all of you.